Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 7, and we are so sorry that one of our members of group cannot join this presentation because there are some trouble. And now we would like to present about grading and student evaluation. So this is our members of group. Let us introduce ourselves.
My name is Atika Sari.
My name is Nurul Aziza.
My name is Violeta Febiana.
The next is this is our outline. You can see by yourself. So, first we would like to talk about philosophy of grading. What should grading reflect? Uh, Fill the questionnaire in page 283 about grading questionnaire. This questionnaire already used at the American Language Institute at San Francisco State University. The items that feature agreement is item A, which receives percentage allocations from 50% to 70%. So you can see in your book, page 100 at exit 3, you can see that there is a grading questionnaire that already printed out in this book. You can see the direction that look at the items below and circle the letters for all items that should be considered in a set of criteria for determining a final grade in a course. So, this apa? Jadi tuh di questionnaire ini tuh kalau misalnya kalian mau apa namanya mau menggrading siswa, kalian harus mengisi kuesioner yang sudah disediakan ini, karena ini tuh sebagai apa ya, sebagai fondasi kalian ketika kalian itu mau mengajar di kelas. Nah, kebanyakan yang sudah dipakai oleh American Language Institute at San Francisco State University itu adalah yang bagian A, language performance of the students as formally demonstrated on tests, quizzes, and other explicit work procedures. We can see that which receive percentage allocation from 50% to 70%. Jadi dari item A ini tuh udah kebanyakan guru yang kebanyakan sudah memakai sebanyak dari 50% ke 75%. Itu angkanya sangat besar sekali ya. And these items include formal tests, quizzes, exercise, homework, essays, reports, and presentation. Jadi di bagian A ini tuh ada ada berbagai macam kegiatan kayak kuis, terus ngerjain tugas, terus ada PR, terus ada yang suruh buat esai dan ada presentasi juga gitu loh. Jadi guru itu bisa menilai siswa dari bagian ini karena biasanya bagian ini tuh paling banyak ya nilainya. And these tasks and assignments represent observable performance and can be conveniently recorded in a teacher's report book. Next, items B and C also relatively give strong support. If intuitive, informal observation by the teacher figures into the final grade, it is very important to inform the students in advance how those observations and impressions will be recorded throughout the semester. Jadi kalian bisa lihat di bagian B dan C, kalau misalnya yang di bagian B dan C itu mereka lebih ke intuitive, informal observation of the student language performance. Jadi mereka itu lebih melihat ke performa siswa ketika di dalam kelas. Terus yang bagian C itu ada oral participation in class. Jadi rata-rata itu guru itu bakal melihat secara tidak langsung kayak keaktifan siswa, terus bagaimana performa siswa di dalam kelas kayak kayak waktu presentasi gitu-gitu. Terus selanjutnya on items G to H, there was some disagreement and considerable discussion after the exercise, but all those items received at least a few votes for inclusion. The next will deliver, deliver by me. Guidelines for selecting grading criteria. There are 4 guidelines to teachers for teachers to selecting grading criteria. The first is grading to be consistent with an institutional philosophy and or regulation. The second is all of the components of a final grade need to be explicitly set in writing to students at the beginning of a term of study with a designation of percentage or whitening figures for each component. The next is if your grading system includes items C through D in the questionnaire above, it is important for you to recognize their subjectivity, but this should not give you an excuse to avoid converting such as factors into suitable and measurable results. The last is consider allocating relatively small weights to items C through H so that the grade primarily reflects achievement. The next will deliver by Violeta.
Okay, my name is Violeta Febiana. I will deliver about calculating grades. There are 2 calculating grades. There are absolute grading and relative grading. The first is absolute grading that involves the teachers specifying the standards for performance. Jadi yang dimaksud dengan absolute grading tadi itu penilaiannya mutlak. Apa itu penilaian mutlak? Yaitu penilaian yang memang sudah terstruktur dari lembaga tersebut. For the example, A get 90 until 100, B 80 until 89, C 70 until 79, D 90 until 99, and F get 0 until 59. Jadi itu penilaiannya sudah mutlak. Seandainya ada murid yang mendapatkan nilai 79, biarpun nilai C, karena dalam regulasinya dia masuk ke bagian C, yaitu 70 sampai 79. Begitu pula dengan yang mendapatkan nilai 80, dia sudah mendapatkan nilai B karena memang sudah memasuki kriteria nilai B. For the second is relative grading. Based on students' performance. Jadi relative grading ini lebih fleksibel untuk penilaiannya. Jadi di mana guru menilai seorang murid tadi tidak sesuai, bukan bisa ditambahkan dengan nilai lainnya. For the example, A, the top 10% of students, B, next 25% of students, C, middle 30% of students, D, next 25% of students, and F, bottom 10% of students. Jadi di sini seandainya dalam kelas tersebut mendapatkan nilai yang sama bagusnya, di situ seandainya ada nilai 90, 95, 93. Nah, itu kan nilainya mendekati semua. Jika mengikuti absolute grading, itu tidak memungkinkan untuk mendapatkan A. Jadi, dengan menggunakan relative grading, bisa dari 10%-nya A, 25%-nya B, dan seterusnya yang sudah tertera. Next, teachers' perception of appropriate grade distribution. Most teachers bring to a test or a course evaluation and interpretation of estimated appropriate distribution. Follow the interpretation and make minor adjustment to compensate for such matter as unexpected difficulty. Uh, this prevailing attitude toward a relative grading system is well accepted and uncontroversial. The next will deliver by my friend Hanun, Indun, sorry.
So, and the next is institutional expectation and constraints. In this part, the teachers would those in institution, the each of the institution have the different grading to the students. So the teachers might be combined from the prior avoidance of the class and even mistrust on the part of the students. And for the easy way, the teachers may become a favorite or the popular teachers, not because of the knowledge of the teachers, but the students is know about the material that delivered by the students and by the teachers. Sorry. And next, and the next in this part, explain that the grading systems is based on the cross-cultural systems. We know that there are a lot of students of there are a lot of students of English from different native cultures, and then it is the causes of the cross cultural factors, and then the teacher should be understand the context of the thought on the students. There are many factors of the culture of the cross culture. There are next. And then this is a number of the variables where in issue on issue. The first one is unheard of the of to ask students to self-assess. Jadi the students is not permit to assess themselves. And then the second is the teachers give the score and nobody asks the criteria. So if the teachers give the score of the students and the students didn't ask anything about the criteria of the teachers. The next one is measured of good teachers is we can give the difficult questions to student. So di sini tolak ukur menjadi guru yang baik adalah di mana guru itu bisa membuat atau memberikan soal yang tersulit kepada siswa. For the fourth factors is this A score are reserved for a highly select few. And then so the students on this class are that mereka itu sudah diperhitungkan untuk siapa yang mendapatkan nilai A gitu. Nah, and then the next is final exam is the accepted determinant of a student entire course grade. In this part, the final exam is the measured of the students that they can master the object or not. And then the last is the teachers prepared the students to do the best on exam. The teachers will do everything uh, for the student can pass the exams and get the good score. Next, the questions of difficulty. As noted above, in some cultures, a hard test is a good test. So, uh, the cultures and the cross cultural factors. So, mentioned that would the teachers can give the difficult task is a good teachers. It is the question of the difficulty. In the other side, a good test result is in a distribution like the one of in the paragraph for a grid bunch. Uh, the aspect of designing a classroom test that has not had the luxury and the pre-testing or experience of the teachers, adeptness at designing visible text, facial care in forming items, and then mirroring in class text that students mastered, then variation of text, and then next is reference the prior test, and then review and preparations, knowledge of the students, and the last is a little bit of luck. On these chapters, we are the agents to be change the test, the prior test maybe, or yes, cross the cross-cultural factors to be a good happy to the students and uh, to improve the ability of the students also. So I think this is our presentations, and then the next presentation will be delivered by Fiona in the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your attention and good evening, everyone.